after the rain. But the city shines different, like it has something to say. Water on the boulevard turns the street into a star. Every neon sign above spills its colors through the dark. The traffic moves in liquid gold, 1,000 stories still untold, rolling through the midnight air like they belong there. The skyline stands beyond the mist, like something impossible to miss. Glass is still against the night, covered in electric light, and I keep driving with no plan, just following where the city bends, through avenues and glowing signs, leaving time behind. After the rain, the whole world starts to glow. Every light becomes a river flowing down below. After the rain, the city feels alive, like every dream still wandering, found a place to hide. Yeah, a train flies underneath the lights, cutting through the sleeping night. Its window flash like moving stars, vanishing beyond the dark. The radio hums quietly, mixing with the scenery, creating something hard to name, yet never quite the same. Street corners filled with midnight souls, chasing moments, chasing goals. Some are laughing, some alone, some are heading home. But under all the neon skies, everyone looks unified by the rhythm of the road and the city's pulse below. The clouds begin to drift apart, revealing pieces of the stars hidden far beyond the glow, watching everything below. Motorcycles pass like ghosts, leaving echoes on the roads. The engines fading with the wind and returning once again. Every overpass I cross feels like something gained I lost. Every mile another frame in a movie without a name. And for a moment I can see exactly where I wanna be. Not tomorrow, not someday, just here today. Wet streets, bright lights, cold wind, long nights, fast cars, blue glow, no map, just go! The city slowly breathes again through avenues of midnight rain, holding on to one last dream inside the beams of every tower shining high, every reflection passing by, every memory yet to come before the sun. And I know this night will fade like every shadow ever made, but right now it feels endless still, and always will. Whenever I remember how the city looked right now, after the rain, beneath the light, in the middle of the night. After the rain, the whole world starts to glow. Every light becomes a river flowing down below. After the rain, the city feels alive, like every dream still wandering, found a place to hide. After the rain, and the night keeps rolling on. After the rain, the streets remember the light, and so do I. Shadows on the expressway. The dashboard glows. The skyline fades into the distance, and the night feels endless. Red lights stretching for miles ahead, like a trailer fire through the dark instead of silence filling up the road, carrying its load. The engine hums a steady tone, turning the highway into home for another hour, maybe two, just passing through. The city sits behind my back, still glowing through the black, like it doesn't want to disappear from here. expressway, running underneath the stars. Every mile becomes a memory, carried by the cars. Shadows on the expressway, moving through the midnight glow. Every road keeps telling stories, old and new. The radio plays a distant sound, soft enough to blend around the rhythm of the tides below as they roll. A truck appears then disappears like a ghost among the gears, leaving only fading lights behind. In my mind, the night has its own atmosphere. Everything feels different here, less about where you arrive, more about the drive. The empty exits come and go, leading places I don't know. Yet somehow every passing sign feels aligned with the feeling in my chest. That tonight is different from the rest, not louder, not brighter, just alive in its own time. Begin to break apart, showing pieces of the stars scattered across the open sky. Way up high, and for a moment all the noise, all the pressure, all the choices fade into the background glow below. There's something about these roads at night, about the headlights and the light that makes the world feel wide again. Like back then, before every answer had a cause, before getting lost felt less lost, when every road looked like a chance, not circumstance. And maybe that's what keeps me here, returning year after year to nights that never ask for more than the road. No roads, cold skies, white lines, late nights, fast lights, slow time, just the road in my mind. The horizon starts to shift to shade as the darkest colors fade, hints of silver start to grow soft and slow. Morning waits beyond the hills, beyond the signs and overpasses still. But for now the night remains in these lanes, and I don't rush to see the dawn. I know it will come along, for now I'm exactly where I need to be. Just me, between the city and the sun, between what's over and what's begun, following the glow ahead instead. Shadows on the expressway, running underneath the stars. Every mile becomes a memory, carried by the cars. Shadows on the expressway, moving through the midnight glow. Every road keeps telling stories, old and new. Shadows on the expressway, and I'm not ready to stop yet. Shadows on the expressway. The city is behind me, the horizon is ahead, and the night is still alive, Electric skies above Tokyo. The rain stopped an hour ago, but the streets are still glowing, like the city is holding on to the night. Down. Down below, flowing where the dreamers go. Every crossing packed with light, burning through the night. Tower windows in the sky look like stars that learn to fly, floating high above the crowd, silent but loud. The signal turns from red to green, thousands moving through the scene like a current through the veins of midnight trains. And I keep walking through the glow with nowhere else to go, watching reflections come alive as taxis drive. The city feels too big to end, every corner seems to bend into another world of light, hidden in the night. Electric skies above Tokyo,
shining brighter than the dawn. Every shadow turns to color before it's gone.
Electric skies above Tokyo,
lighting up the midnight air. Every dream that's still awake
can find itself somewhere. Billboard flash across the rain, painting stories on the lane. Faces larger than the clouds looking down. Music spills from open doors onto crowded second floors, where strangers laugh like they've been friends since way back then. The train arrives and then it leaves, like the city never breathes. The movement never really stops around the blocks. The rhythm lives in every street, in every hurry set of feet, in every glowing vending light. Through the on the city road without a note.
The hours driven, no one cares. The energy is everywhere. A living post beneath the signs and power lines. Motorcycles cut through rain, leaving echoes down the lane, like comets racing through the dark, leaving sparks. The skyline stands beyond the haze, wrapped in silver neon rays, a monument to sleepless dreams and endless schemes. And standing here, I finally see the city isn't just concrete. It's every hope and every scar that made us who we are.
Bright lights, wet streets, night train, heartbeats, fast cars, cold rain, Tokyo again. Morning waves beyond the sky, but tonight refuses to die. The neon still controls the view. Red, gold, and blue. Every window, every sign, every glowing subway line feels like part of something vast, built to last. And even when the darkness reigns and daylight fills the avenues, the memory of this electric glow will still come through. Because some cities don't just shine, they stay inside your mind long after you moved on, long after dawn. Electric skies above Tokyo,
Shining brighter than the dawn. Every shadow turns to color
before it's gone. Electric skies above Tokyo,
lighting up the midnight air. Every dream that's still awake
can find itself somewhere.
Electric skies above Tokyo, still glowing in my soul.
Electric skies above Tokyo. The night will end.
The lights never really leave.
Lights above the freeway. The city is still glowing behind me. The night is still breathing around me. And the road keeps stretching farther than I can see. Street lights falling one by one, like echoes of a setting sun. Even though the night is young, it feels begun. The skyline floats beyond the haze, wrapped in silver, gold, and gray. A distant kingdom made of glass. As I pass, the engine sings beneath the stars, running all the passing cars in the rhythm made of steel. And what we feel, no destination on my screen, just endless miles in between the place I was and where I'll be eventually. And somehow that feels right tonight, just following the light without a reason or a plan, like I began. Lights above the freeway, burning through the midnight sky. Every mile feels like a moment we're passing by. Lights above the freeway, shining over every lane, like 1,000 silent memories calling my name. A plane moves slowly overhead, a blinking trail of white and red, crossing through the sleeping dark, leaving its mark. Billboards glow beside the road, standing where the shadows grow, watching traffic come and go. Below, a train rolls somewhere in the night, hidden far beyond my sight, but I can hear it through the air, somewhere out there. The world feels larger after dark. Every city, every spark, every unknown road ahead pulls me instead toward places I may never know. Still I go because movement feels enough when life gets rough. The clouds drift slowly through the sky, covering the moonlight high, turning everything below into a glow. And I remember nights like these, driven by a restless breeze, thinking there was something more to search for. Now I think it's simpler than that, not success, not where you're at, just the feeling of the wheels and what it reveals that sometimes peace is just a road without another low, without another race to run before you're done. Just the city fading slowly back into black as the future waits somewhere ahead, unsaid.
White lines, dark skies, fast life, long drive, cold air, no noise,
Just roads and choice. The night grows deeper, calm and wide like an ocean. I can ride without a map or destination, just sensation. The highway bends around the hills, following its silent will, and I follow with it too, like I always do. Somewhere dawn is being born, beyond the edge of night and storm, but it hasn't reached me yet, not yet. So I keep moving through the glow, watching city colors flow across the glass and through my eyes. Under open sky, lights above the freeway, burning through the midnight sky. Every mile feels like a moment passing by. Lights above the freeway, shining over every lane like 1,000 silent memories calling my name. Lights above the freeway, and the road's going on, going on, going on, going on, going on.
lights above the freeway. The city fades, the stars remain, and the night keeps moving. Midnight speed lines. The engine's warm, the city's glowing, and the night feels like it could last forever.
The boulevard shines in silver blue, every light cuts straight through the darkness hanging over town without the sound. Traffic moves like streams of gold, stories never fully told, running underneath the sky as hours pass by. Neon signs flicker and glow, painting colors on the road, turning ordinary streets into dreams. The skyline rises far ahead, a crown of white and crimson red, floating in the midnight haze like another age. And every mile pulls me deeper into the pulse beneath the skin of a city built from light and endless nights. Midnight speed lines running through the city veins. Every corner sparks a feeling
Like summer rain.
Midnight speed lines burning underneath the stars. Every road becomes a story
Written by the cars.
A distant overpass appears like a bridge through passing years, connecting places far apart like a heart. The radio hums a low refrain, mixing with the sound of rain that lingers on the windshield glass as shadows pass. Street lights race across the roof like they're trying to show proof that the night is more alive than daylight tries to ever understand or see what it means to simply be lost inside a moving glow and let go of every thought that weighs you down, every reason, every crown, just the rhythm of the road
And the low.
The city feels electric now, though I couldn't tell you how. It's in the air, it's in the light, it's in the night. In every train that rolls below, in every window left aglow, in every rooftop overlooking streets and distant beats. People chasing dreams unseen, working late behind the screens. Lovers talking under signs, still closing time. The whole world feels connected here through reflections crystal clear, scattered on the avenue like something new. And I realize while passing by beneath the end of sky that maybe life is not a race
But a place. Late lights, fast lanes, cold air, night trains, tall towers, bright glow. One road, let's go. The horizon starts to fade from black, but the city still fights back, holding on to one last dream, one last beam of neon burning through the dawn, long after night is gone, refusing to completely disappear from here. And maybe that's what I admire most, the way the city keeps its ghost, the midnight living in its veins, through sun and rain. A reminder that somewhere tonight another soul will see these lights and feel exactly what I feel. Something real. Midnight speed lines running through the city veins. Every corner sparks a feeling like summer rain. Midnight speed line running underneath the stars. Every road becomes a story written by the cars. Midnight speed lines still racing through my mind. Midnight speed lines. One more road, one more city, one more night beneath the lights. Glowing through the night. The streets are empty. The skyline is alive. And somewhere beyond the neon, another story is beginning. Low, blue reflections on the glass, watching midnight slowly pass. Every signal, every sign falls in line. The city wears a different face after darkness takes its place. Less noise, less pressure in the air everywhere. A distant siren fades away, somewhere far beyond the freeway, leaving only engine sounds all around. The towers stand like silent kings above the streets and everything, guarding every dream below that comes and goes. And I keep moving with the flow, through roads I barely know, letting the city lead the way till daylight. Glowing through the night, like fire underneath the rain. Every street becomes a memory that remains. Glowing through the night, like stars across the avenue. Every mile keeps revealing something new. A rooftop light still burns alone, like a signal from a distant home. High above the sleeping town, looking down, late trains whisper through the dark, leaving silver trails and sparks, crossing bridges made of steel, cold and real. The air feels heavy with the glow, a place is only night can show, hidden underneath the day, far away. And maybe that's why I stay awake, for every turn and every break, in the rhythm of the streets and their heartbeat. Because the city tells the truth, not through words but through the view of endless lights against the sky, passing by. The highway stretches out ahead, a ribbon painted white and red, leading somewhere I can't see, but calling me. The radio fades in the static waves, mixing with the roads and lanes, creating something hard to name, yet never tame. Every overpassing sign feels connected by design to a story being written now somehow. Not by me and not alone, but by everyone who's known what it's like to chase the glow and never slow. To keep driving through the dark, following another spark, just to see where it might lead without a need. Glass towers, bright skies, cold streets, long drives, blue lights, dark roads, night falls, still flows. Go, the hours move without a sound, yet the city stays profound, like a living work of art with a beating heart. The skyline slowly shifts its shade as the deepest darkness fades, tints of silver start to rise across the skies, but the magic lingers still beyond the hills, and every window left aglow, far below. And I realized before the dawn, when most of the night is gone, some feelings never disappear. They stay here in the roads, the lights, the rain, and every memory that remains from nights like this that never end. Oh, lay bend, glowing through the night. One more street. One more song. One more hour before the dawn. Lost in the city glow.
Midnight on the dashboard. The rest can wait. Wow! Rain reflections on the lane. Neon colors in the rain. Every signal shines like gold against the cold. The skyline rises through the haze, wrapped in electric purple rays, like a dream that never ends, only bends. Traffic moving far below, like rivers through the glow, carrying a million lives through midnight drives. The city hums a quiet song, pulling everyone along into places yet unseen. In between the darkness and the light, the morning and the night, the memories and the road that never slows. Lost in the city glow, where the night controls the view. Every light becomes a story, every story feels new. Lost in the city glow, where the skyline meets the sky. Every mile becomes a reason not to say goodbye. The radio is playing low, while the engine steals the show. A soundtrack for another ride through the night. Street signs flicker overhead, blue and silver, white and red, painting shadows on the glass as they pass. Late night dreamers fill the streets, moving with invisible beats, following whatever sparks on the dark. Some are searching, some are free, some are chasing what could be. But tonight we're all the same in the rain, just silhouettes beneath the lights, trying to own the night before the dawn begins to rise across the skies. A distant train begins to fade, behind towers made of grade and silver steel against the moon. Gone too soon, the city breathes beneath the glowing waves. Daylight never shows, hidden underneath the noise and constant choice. And maybe that's what keeps me here year after year, the feeling that the world is wide when I drive. Not because of where I go, but because the roads below turn ordinary nights into something true. Like a movie without an end, a place you always recommend, even when you can't explain why it remains. Fast dreams, night flows, cold air, blue skies, one city, infinite nights. The skyline slowly starts to blur like a distant whisper floating through the early hours. Past the towers, morning waits beyond the dark, but tonight still leaves its mark on every window, every lane, every train. And I know when daylight comes and the city starts to run, this feeling won't completely fade. It stays somewhere in the neon streams, in the roads of midnight dreams, waiting for another ride, another night. Lost in the city glow, where the night controls the view. Every light becomes a story, every story feels new. Lost in the city glow, where the skyline meets the sky. Every mile becomes a reason not to say goodbye. Lost in the city glow, and I don't wanna be found. Lost in the city glow. One more road, one more song, one more night beneath the lights. Neon dreams don't sleep. The city's still awake, and so am I. Street lights painting gold on black, no reason to turn back. The skyline shining through the haze, lost in neon rays. Every signal flashes bright, guiding strangers through the night, like the city knows the way better than they say. A train distantly below, while another starts to go. Everything keeps moving fast, nothing built to last. Yeah, somehow in the midnight glow, time begins to move slow, like the world forgot the dawn and carried on.
Neon dreams don't sleep, they run through the avenue. Every light becomes a vision, every vision feels new. Neon dreams don't sleep, they burn beneath the sky. Every road becomes a reason to keep driving by.
The rain has left a silver trace across the city's face, turning every road to glass as headlights pass. Coffee shops still shining bright, holding on to one more night, filled with voices soft and low that come and go. Billboards floating overhead, painting blue and crimson red across the rooftops and the streets with distant beats. The whole city feels alive, every turn, every drive, like electricity and dreams flowing through the scenes. Motorcycles cut the dark, leaving behind a fading spark. The sound that goes for miles away before it fades. People standing under signs, talking past closing time, like they never want the night to lose its light. And maybe I understand why no one wants it to end, because daylight never shows what midnight knows. The hidden beauty in the glow of roads that never slow, the quiet magic in the air that's everywhere.
Cold wind, blue light, fast lanes, long nights, bright signs, dark skies. One road, let's ride. The horizon waits somewhere ahead, beyond the white and red, the traffic flowing endlessly like a sea. But I'm not thinking that far now, I don't need to know just how the story ends or where it goes. Nobody knows. For now the city shines enough through ceiling glass and smoke and dust. A living heartbeat in the dark, built from sparks. And I'll keep moving through the glow, past places I don't know, while the neon paints the sky and the hours fly. Neon dreams don't sleep, they run through the avenue. Every light becomes a vision, every vision feels new. Neon dreams don't sleep, they burn beneath the sky. Every road becomes a reason to keep driving by. Neon dreams don't sleep, and neither does the night. Neon dreams don't sleep, they just keep glowing until the sun takes over. Neon after dark. The city changes when the sun disappears. The streets start talking, the lights start breathing, and the night takes control.
The neon after dark. Rainwater shining on the lane, reflecting every passing flame. Red light stretching down the road like a glowing code. The skyline cuts across the sky, electric colors way up high, painting shadows on the glass. As the moments pass, a train rolls underneath the towers, counting down the midnight hours. Its windows glowing in the dark like a spark, and everywhere I turn tonight there's another flashing light, another story moving fast, never meant to last. Yet somehow every second stayed frozen in the neon haze, like the city wants to hold
Every soul.
Neon after dark,
Running through the veins of the city.
every light becomes a heartbeat.
Every road a mystery.
Neon after dark,
Burning underneath the sky.
every dream that stays away.
Learns how to fly. The boulevard
boulevard is shining gold under air that's turning cold, while the traffic slowly fades away from the day. Street musicians play alone, the melodies becoming home for strangers walking through the night under light.
Coffee shops still glowing warm like shelter from an unseen storm, holding conversations deep while the city doesn't sleep. And every window in the sky looks like another life passing by, another chapter being written now. Somehow the world feels bigger after midnight, when you're surrounded by the light of places you've never seen before.
Yeah, want to explore. A distant siren cuts the air, then disappears somewhere, leaving silence for a while. Across the miles, the roads keep stretching to the edge, like a never-ending ledge between the darkness and the dawn, moving on.
And I keep following the glow through places I don't know, without a map inside my hand or a plan. Because tonight is not about finding answers to my doubts, it's about the motion and the view and something true. The feeling that the city's alive, every street, every drive, every light reflected in the rain.
Again and again. Bright lights, cold rain, fast cars, night trains, blue skies, black roads, neon dreams still glow. The hours drip will never stop, like the view from a rooftop, watching everything below move slow. The skyline starts to soften now, though I don't know exactly how. It still feels endless in my eyes, under the skies.
And maybe that's the reason why I keep chasing nights like this, not for where they take me to, but for moments I can't miss. The city doesn't need a name, every night becomes a flame, burning quietly in my mind,
long after time.
Neon after dark,
running through the veins of the city.
every light becomes a heartbeat,
Every road a mystery.
neon after dark,
Burning underneath the sky.
every dream that stays away
Learns how to fly.
neon after dark.
In the night, it's still alive. Neon after dark. The lights are fading slowly, but the feeling remains, somewhere between the road and the sunrise. Neon horizon. The city is fading in the rear view. The sky is glowing ahead, and somewhere between the two, I found a reason to keep moving.
Midnight rolling down the boulevard, every mile taking me too far from the noise I left behind. Out of mind, the skyline burns against the dark like 1,000 electric sparks, painting colors on the clouds above the crowds. The road is empty, smooth and wide, just me in the midnight drive. Street lights passing one by one, like a drum, keeping rhythm with the wheels, and everything the night reveals, and reflections on the glass as I pass through places I've never seen, yet somehow feel familiar to me, like a memory I forgot but never lost. Neon horizon, calling from the other side. Every light becomes a signal, guiding this ride. Neon horizon, burning underneath the stars. Every mile pulls me closer to wherever you are. A distant
distant train cuts through the dark, leaving behind a silver mark across the sleeping side of town. Without a sound, the radio hums quietly, like it's speaking just to me through static and fading songs all night long. The city never really sleeps, it just changes what it keeps. Trading rush hours for dreams and neon beams. Somewhere a rooftop light is on, somewhere somebody's moving on, somewhere another story starts in lonely hearts, and all of it becomes a part of the rhythm in the dark that keeps pulling me ahead. Instead, the night air moves across the road, carrying an invisible flow that feels bigger than the scene in between. The towers in the open sky, the reasons and the whys, the places that we leave behind, they'll redefine who we are and where we go, what we keep and what we tow. Into the rear view with the past that last, and I don't need the answers now. I don't need to know just how everything is meant to be for me. The road itself is enough tonight, the motion and the light, the feeling that I'm still alive inside. Dark roads, bright skies, cold wind, headlights, one lane, one night. Keep moving, keep driving. The horizon glows a little more than it did before, like mornings waiting patiently for me to see that every night must slowly fade. Every shadow ever made eventually gives way to another day. But right now I'm still here with the city in the mirror, and the future somewhere far beyond the star. And that's enough for me tonight, to send a stream of light, stretching farther than I know. As I go, neon horizon, calling from the other side. Every light becomes a signal, guiding this ride. Neon horizon, burning underneath the stars. Every mile pulls me closer to wherever you are. Neon horizon, still glowing, when the night is gone. Neon horizon, some roads lead somewhere, some roads become part of you.